All right, so our goal for today is to how to create conversations that turn leads into sales using social media. So we have a little bit of an agenda today. We're going to be talking about the seller's mindset, the mindset that one must have to when they show up to any platform, whether it's social media, Instagram, YouTube, whether it's anywhere that a sales conversation takes place. We're going to be talking about the seller's mindset, the buyer's mindset, the proper fishing technique, a one-liner, how to be great, and then we're going to come up with an action plan. Now, I know from this agenda, you may be like, I thought we are learning about Facebook. Trust me, it all plays a part. If you only show up to Facebook with no strategy first, it doesn't matter what you do on Facebook, it's going to fall flat. So we need to be able to get ourselves together so that when we get there, we'll be able to know exactly what to do and be confident when it comes to being a great seller. But have you ever had a sales experience that just left a bad taste in your mouth? You know, whether it was because it was the attitude of the salesman or whether they try to just push you into buying something that you don't really need. Has anybody ever been pushed into buying something that they don't really need? Like, you know what? I'll just buy it if you just get away from me, right? That has
Yeah.
happened to most people. And so when people have those emotions and when they have those feelings, actually deep down inside, it may actually stop them from presenting an offer or letting someone know that they have something to sell because they don't want to be looked at as pushy or salesy. They don't want to be perceived in the same way as a stigma of a salesperson, right? But that's the wrong attitude. That attitude does not serve us. But let's talk about some of the wrong perceptions that we have when it comes to sales, right? Sales, some people think sales is something you do to people. Sales is convincing people to buy what they don't really want or need. Or sales is something you do for self at the expense of others. Sales is a way of lying, making false promises, or exaggerating benefits in order to convince someone to buy what you want them to buy. Our sales is a win-lose situation. The seller battles the buyer to the death. You know, I always think about when you're sitting in front of someone and you're trying to negotiate a deal. And when you're sitting there in front of a seller, they're just trying to get you to just beat you down, beat you down, beat you down to where it really just puts a bad taste in your mouth. And nobody likes to be sold to that way. Have you ever heard the phrase, everyone likes to buy, but no one likes to be sold to? Has anyone
Mm,
ever heard that phrase?
yeah.
You know what? That's the wrong perception. I don't even like that phrase because to tell you the truth, people love to be sold to only if it's done the right way. So let's talk about the new perspective of why do people like to be sold to, right? Well, question, have you ever bought something and was happy with the outcome? You ever bought a new car and was like, oh, this is the exact car that I need? You know, I actually had a little smoothie from a shake. I don't know if you can see it. I had a smoothie for my lunch today, and I was happy with the outcome. It wasn't a very pushy process. It was like, I know what I want. I want a coffee shake with some bananas, some almonds, and some protein in it, right? So this is all sales is. Selling is the art of making an offer to help in an area that matters to the customer for objective and subjective reasons, right? That's all it is. We're here to make an offer. When we're getting on these social platforms, our content, we should be able to make an offer in a way that matters to our customer, right? We're extending that opportunity for others who seek an opportunity or who seek or need to solve a problem, to achieve a goal, to resolve an issue, or meet a need, right? So when we're selling, we're trying to either solve a problem, help someone to achieve a goal, resolve an issue, or meet a need. But where does the art of selling take place? This is the marketplace. This is where it is right here. This is the marketplace. What's the definition of the marketplace? Is where supply and demand meets, right? Where buyers are looking for sellers and sellers are looking for buyers. Buyers are looking for you to sell them a solution to their problems, right? And so we can have an example of a cleaning company, you know, they're coming to the marketplace, they're showing up, they have a problem. They're looking for someone to solve their problem. My house isn't clean. I have no time. My kids are running around. It's a mess. I have a problem that needs to be solved. They're coming to the marketplace from the buyer's standpoint, right? And so as we think about that buyer standpoint, before we can make the sale, before we can show up to say, hey, what type of content should I create? What type of post should I create? If I want to engage with my audience, what do I need to say today? Before we can figure out how we can sell to them, we must first understand why the buyer has come to the marketplace. So let's think about what precedes the buy. In order to be a great seller, you have to understand why buyers are coming to the marketplace. Why are they showing up? Well, problems are 20% objective and 80% subjective, which means 20% is fact and 80% is feelings. And I'll break that down a little bit more. But let's talk about the subjective part, right? And we think about objective and subjective. Objective is the external problem. This is the problem that they have on the outside. This is the external. Subjective is the internal problem. Is how does this problem, how does them having this problem makes them feel? These are all the key things that we have to be able to keep in mind so we can know how to best bring that solution to the marketplace. So the subjective problem includes what it means for them, are other issues at stake, what it means to them, which is the level of importance, and what it says about them, which is status and potential loss. If we're only showing up or creating a marketing message that only speaks to the external, well, that's just the fact. That's just the, hey, they need something done. But if we can't really dig deep to figure out how it's making them feel, then we're going to miss out on that 80% of being able to offer that solution. Let's give an example. Let's say someone is looking to enhance their marketing efforts to bring in more clients, right? Well, that's the 20%. That's the external. I need better marketing to get more clients. Okay. So that's the objective. That's the external. What's the subjective part of this? Well, let's think about what it means for them. More clients means that they'll be able to bring in more revenue for the business. That's what it means for them. So yeah, they want more clients, but in actuality, they need more money. What it means to them? Well, it's important because they have employees counting on them for a paycheck, or they could end up shorting payroll and not being able to pay themselves. That's another internal problem. Or what it says about them. Well, they may even have to close down their business or let people go, and they could be looked at as a failure. So we may be thinking we're solving a marketing need, but we're solving every other need that's on the inside that's causing the buyer to show up to the marketplace, right? And so when the buyer shows up, they come with a perceived problem. The buyer has a perceived problem, and they're looking for a potential solution. A perceived problem, looking for a potential solution. Now, what precedes the offer? Well, this is where we come in. This is where we come in. This is where we've got back into our seller's mindset. Once we understand the internal and the external, then we can actually show up with confidence that we can help them. But we must have victory over our fears, over our doubts, and over our pride that could sometimes resonate into our mind because of past experiences, right? We can have fear of rejection. I don't want to make this offer because they might say no. Well, some people might say no. Doesn't mean we still shouldn't make the offer. Doesn't mean we still shouldn't post the content. Doesn't mean we still shouldn't, hey, I've only got 2 likes on this, only got 3 likes on this. We still have to be able to show up to let people know you have the solution. Or maybe you have doubt in the offer. Maybe your offer, you don't have confidence that what you can offer can solve their problem. Or you can have pride, sometimes feeling that sales is beneath you. You know, sometimes people don't like to say, oh yeah, I'm in sales, because they think, oh, you're just trying to sell me something that I don't need. Well, we know we already disproved that. No, we're only looking for people that has a perceived problem, and we have a product or service that is a potential solution. That's how we're going to be showing up to any platform that we're on. We're looking for perceived problems to know that we have a potential solution. So selling isn't begging, it's benevolence at its finest, right? We're here to offer help. We're not trying to get something from you. I'm trying to get something to you that I already know you want. So when the person comes up for example. For example, let's say I was in need for a computer, right? I needed a laptop for my business, right? Everything that I have today is in my life because someone made me an offer and gave me the opportunity to benefit from their supply. So this computer that I'm on, or even the Zoom platform that we're using, even the breakfast or the lunch that we ate this morning, even the place where we stay, even our mates, everything that you have in your life because someone was able to let you know, hey, here is the offer that can solve that problem. So if we're showing up with that type of mindset, and that's why it's always important to really start with the mindset before we get into the action points. If we don't get a clear mindset of, hey, I'm here to help, I'm here to solve problems, then we can come into the marketplace with low confidence. We can come into the marketplace not being clear on who we can help, and this can really stagnate ourselves, right? One of the best principles that I've come across this right here is actually an older Proverbs. If you ever read this verse, Proverbs 11:26, it says, he that withholdeth corn, the people shall curse him, but blessing shall be upon the head that selleth it. It didn't say blessing should be upon the head that give it away. No, reselling. Selling is a noble thing to do because you're helping someone with a problem. Where does people buy corn? At a marketplace, right? People are coming to the marketplace. So don't withhold the corn or the solution to the problem. If you have something that could benefit me, if you see that I have a problem that you have a solution to, please let me know. And your perfect client does not expect you to just give it away. They understand the value that you bring in solving their problem. The corn benefits the buyer, and they're happy to buy it because it benefits them. So if you have in possession of what people want to purchase that will affect their lives for the better, and you don't advertise it, and you don't make an offer, scripture says the people shall curse you. So that's just the mindset part. We're not going to stick too long on that, but we had to get that out the way so we can understand, get you into the framework. So now we can come up with a strategy and come up with the ways that we're going to be entering into the market, right? Now, if you're taking notes, I'm going to introduce you to my 5C framework. This is a framework that I've used personally to build my business online. We probably get about, oh man, 2 or 3 to 4 phone calls per week every day just off of Facebook, just off of what we've been able to post, how we're able to position ourselves, and how people see us in the marketplace, and they know that we can offer a solution to their problems. So this is the 5C framework, how to properly fish for leads that turns into sales. All right, clarity. And I'm going to stick on that fishing illustration, right? Clarity. Who is your avatar, right? What type of fish are you fishing for? You got to get clear on who you can help. If you know your fish, you know how you can help. If you're going for a red tail snapper or you're going for a catfish, right? But if you think about to our businesses in itself, we have to get clear on who our avatar is. If you're selling to everyone, it doesn't resonate to anyone. So you really have to be clear. You have to know, is it married couples over a certain age? Is it busy business owners? Are you talking to double income households with kids? Are you talking with people interested in buying a house? We have to be clear on who you can help. You can get really, really specific when it comes to that. For the electrical contracting business, how we were set up is we were looking for homeowners, specifically homeowners that live inside a certain household value, homeowners that maybe had a certain income range, homeowners that live inside homes that were older than certain years. So we're not targeting, young couples with the new 2024 house. Those houses does not have any problems that I can solve unless we're just changing out lights, right? But if you're really going to deep dive into who our perfect avatar is, we have to get clear on who they are. So the first one is clarity. Know what fish you are fishing for, all right? Communication. What is the problem that you are solving? This is the bait. This is how you're going to get the attention of the buyer that you have a solution to their problem. You're going to let them know we have a solution to your problem. So once you get clear, and this is how you can frame out your social media posts. If you say, all right, today I'm going to make a post on Facebook. Number one, be clear on who you're talking about. Number two, be clear on the problem that they have. Remember, we talked about is either be the internal or the external, the subjective or the objective. Be clear on that problem and communicate well that you have the solution to their problem. All right. That's the bait. That's the bait. Now, I don't know if there's any fishermen or women that's on the Zoom today. Not every fish takes the same bait. You know, I've learned that. Like I used to go to Walmart and buy those little plastic baits, those little plastic worms that just shines and got a little bell on it, and they look good. And you throw it out in the water, and you just hope to just catch anything, right? You say, I'm going out here today with my bait, and I'm throwing it out, and I'm hoping to catch anything. Well, those really did not be the best. Some of my best fishing experiences is when they knew, hey, we're going to freshwater. It's freshwater fish out here. They like these smaller fish or shrimp. Once we get these specific minnows and we put it on our hook, when we throw it out there, they are going to bite every time. So if you have two people out there and one's just a message that just doesn't resonate for nothing, it's just a little plastic worm out there. Hey, I do this, no one's going to bite. But if you specifically tailor that bait or specifically tailor your communication message for the problem that you are solving, once you throw that out in the marketplace, you're going to be able to get more bites. And then community. Well, actually, let's go back to that communication. I'm going to give you guys a key. I didn't put this in the slide, but since you guys are here, I'm going to give you the key to choosing a great bait. It's a 3-step process. You got your hook, you got your story, and you got your offer. All right, this is with the communication. You got your hook, you got the story, and you got the offer. So what's the hook? Well, in the hook, that's your first 3 seconds of your post. It could be a video post, it could be a written post, it doesn't matter. But first, when your avatar gets to your message, they should be able to tell within the first couple lines or 3 to 5 posts, this hook right here, it needs to clearly state what problem your target audience is dealing with. That's the hook. Now, the story. You invite them into a story about how someone may have experienced that same problem and how you were able to solve it with the solution you provide. Invite them into a story about how someone has experienced that same problem and how you're able to solve the solution you provide. Here is the benefit. Oh, and then the last one is the offer, right? The offer. Create a call to action. Don't just stand there, offer them something. Right? So once you have that hook and you have the story, make them an offer. Hey guys, if this is a problem that you are also facing, give us a call. We'll be able to so and so and so and so. All right. Now here's the beauty of it. You can create baits for different products or services that you may have. I'm going back to just my contracting world. Let's say I want to focus on smoke alarms. You know, I know that smoke alarms, they expire after 10 years, right? And so my hook would be, hey, do you still have outdated smoke alarms that's not running efficiently? I have a story. I recently changed out a homeowner's. She was older. They couldn't climb on ladders. Their smoke alarms was outdated by 15 years. And because of this was a safety issue and a life issue. We was able to get them changed out to where they're now safe and don't have to worry about their house catching on fire. If you know someone that's over the age of 50 having trouble climbing ladders and need a safety update for their smoke alarms, give us a call at such and such and such and such. All right. That's a lot better than, hey, who needs an electrician? That doesn't do anything. That's a little worm from Walmart. It's just out there. You got to get the specific bait. You got to give them the offer. You got to give them the hook, the story, and the offer. All right, perfect. So that's the communication problem. What is the problem you are solving? Every post that you should make, if you're trying to make sales, should clearly communicate the problem you are solving. If you're not solving a problem, people are going to keep scrolling. You're not going to catch their attention. If you don't invite them into that story loop, they're going to keep going. All right, community. I know we talked about Facebook groups. This is a cheat code. This is a cheat code right here. When you think about the community, because Facebook has already did most of the work for you. Facebook groups. You can find Facebook groups that already have a large number of your target audience in one place. Great example, if you look online, you can type in Charleston, you can type in Somerville, you can type in whatever, and all these groups will come up. I have there's a group that I'm in, Daniel Island Dads. Now, I'm a dad, but I'm not from Daniels Island, but I can still understand, you know, things that dads face. And when they are in there, it's a group of dads, and they're just sometimes they're looking just to, hey, I just don't have time this weekend. I need someone who can cut my grass or something like that, right? You can, Facebook groups are already where a hub of your clientele is at. And so when we're thinking about how we're posting to these groups, um, we need to be able to go provide value inside those groups. There's a lot of communities out here. You can type in your neighborhood community. Most likely they have a Facebook group if you're trying to target a certain neighborhood. Um, there's one in the Summers Corner. They have a great Facebook group. If you can get inside there, they're very active in there. People are always talking, and they're always saying, "Who do you know? Hey, I need this type of service," or things of that sort. So you can go in there and just really figure out, and you read those posts to see, okay, these are the problems that these people are having, and when you see one that you can solve, man, put some bait in there, hook, story, offer, put it out there for them, right? And one thing that I like to do, especially for these groups, is I don't post in there from my business page as much. A lot of times, these groups, especially with Facebook and their algorithms, to get the reach that for your business page, they're pushing paid ads. So they're not going to push your business page so everyone in the group can see it. I like to interact in groups from my personal page. All right. I like to interact with groups from my personal page, because one, people get to know you. People get to know you are. They get to know your face or your name in reference to a problem. So if they think, oh man, I need solar. Oh, you know what? That guy Sean Murphy always is in the group offering value, telling me how I can save money, telling me all these things. And I need solar. I'm gonna think of Sean. I need marketing. I'm gonna think of Jennifer. I need house cleaning, Carissa, right? They're going to put that name to it besides your business name right now. If you can build that personal brand is huge inside these Facebook groups. Um, I actually do recommend a blue check mark. I know some people say, hey, should I get the blue check mark? Should I invest? I think it's like $14 a month or something like that for the blue check mark, maybe $9 a month. I'll send out some information about that later. Because when you read the terms, people with the blue check marks, Facebook pushes their posts to more people because we're paying them to be seen by more people. So when you invest in yourself and you got that blue check mark, it gives you that authority and lets people know that, hey, I'm here and I'm here for business. I'm here because I want to be seen. And they actually will push your post to more people. Some people make the mistake when it comes to posting to only post on their business page. We'll talk about business page in a little bit, so I'm not going to go there. I've seen some great posts that's on business page and nobody sees them. Nobody sees them because nobody is checking for your business page just out of nowhere, unless someone specifically saying, oh, I need such and such. Let me click on that person's profile. And then they'll go from your profile once they figure out how to know, like, and trust you to your business page. But we'll talk about the purpose of your Facebook business page. This is what we're talking right now. This is your personal page, what to do on your personal page, right? Also, a good thing about groups, we all have the advantage of having a strong network. So as you begin to engage with more people, I like to go in there and just, when people are looking for other services or products that I don't have, I'll go in there and recommend people and have that conversation with people because once again, how the algorithms work, they want to keep people on their social sites as long as possible. So if you're known as a conversation starter or as a, I don't know if you guys ever been in a Facebook group and it says top contributor or something like that. I don't know if you ever seen that. That's because that person is in there all the time giving value, even tagging people or starting conversations or doing something. those posts get seen the most. That'll help you to stay consistent. If you're only posting once a month or going inside these groups once every week, you're not going to get that top contributor. People are not going to see that post so much. Even if you show up in a post that has a lot of comments, just because you have a blue check mark and you're a top contributor, you go up to the top. People don't have to go scrolling all the way to go see you. They will push you up to the most relevant comments because Facebook knows, oh, this person knows how to create that conversation and going to get more people back on the platform. So this is givers gains. I promise you. This is all givers gains when it comes to Facebook groups. Go to these groups, give some value, right? All right, so we'll talk more about that as well. And if you need help on community, at the end of the presentation, I can quickly jump on Facebook so you can see how you can find these groups. Commitment. This is something that you have to do for yourself. This is that fourth C, right? Commitment to yourself. How often are you going to show up to the marketplace to provide solutions? You don't have to post every day, except if you want to just get better at creating content. You know, Facebook does not, I've done some deep diving. I watched, and I've seen some people who built these $1 million brands, and they even said consistency is great because honestly, you get better at creating the posts. It helps your brain to keep thinking, how can I create this post? How can I get this content out there? But as far as posting it every day, they're not going to show it because you post it every day. Just create better value posts better than just posting itself. So someone said that instead of posting like 50 pieces of content and only reaching like 10% of your market, what if you really focus on making those contents better? So instead of 15 below average content pieces or 50, you can create, let's say 20 high value content pieces with that story, being able to have that hook, story, and offer that actually brings your content more valuable. And when people see that and interact, they'll show it to more people. Just because you have a lot of pieces of content out there, it doesn't push us the algorithms to push you out there. It's quality over content, over quality over, oh, I forgot the word. Quantity. There we go. My mind slipped. Quality over quantity. I need some more coffee this afternoon, right? Now, here's a phrase that I like to have. Competence comes from confidence, right? Competence comes from competence. If you want to get better, at creating these posts, you want to be confident in your posts, it comes from competency. Competency only happens when you're actively doing something. If I wanted to be a better skater, I have to go skate. The more I skate, the better skater I will be. I will be a more confident skater. If you're like, I don't want to post on social media because nobody's going to see it, post anyway. Because the more you do it, the better you will get. Don't post for the fact of trying to get way out there. Post for the fact that you're trying to get better. You're trying to get your posts to have more value. Once they have more value, they'll be able to go out there. So commit to yourself. The more you do it, the better it gets. Start slow, but set a goal. You can go 3 days a week. You know, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. I'm going to post more or a higher level value of content versus just anything out there, you know? That's the commitment to yourself. Have a schedule. I know some people, they like to schedule. I used to do this, schedule a content day to where I will go, okay, well, maybe the first Monday out of every month, I will sit and record, or the first Monday out of, the month, I will sit and record 5 to 10 pieces of content and really hone in on that content. Because it can get overwhelming to try to get in front of the camera every day, to be honest, to just really say, okay, today I got to post. I didn't post today. Let me just go ahead and just put something out there. We've all fallen trapped. I haven't put anything out there. Let me just put something out there. If you have your calendar and you put content day, this is my content day. I'm going to come up with 5 value posts that really hones in on what I offer and how I can help. You'll be able to create a higher level content post. And now you can schedule those out on those certain days that you want to post. When you do all that, it goes into that last C, consistency. Your audience gets to see you and understand the value that you bring to the market. All right. Facebook will put top contributor because you are consistent and people will know this person's consistent. They show up to give value. This will build your know, like, and trust within the online community, right? So that's the 5C framework: clarity, communication, community, commitment, and consistency. If you write those 5 things and make sure that when you are having your content day, you look at this, and if you hit all those things, then you know you're creating a value post. Now I'm going to give away something that I recently learned, and I really do. It has really helped me out with my sales message. This is called the one-liner. Jennifer, have you seen the one-liner? I don't know if you heard of the one-liner, right?
Of
This is
course.
really good. So she can speak on how good this is. This is a concise statement you can use to clearly explain what you offer, which is just the problem, the solution, and the result. Again, right? Problem, solution, result. That's your hook bait offer. Is all it is. But you got to be able to be consistent with it, especially when you're posting on Facebook groups. Um, Here's a tip when it comes back to community for Facebook groups. You can't post about your business every day in certain Facebook groups. When you go in those groups, they will have certain days that say, okay, Monday is our business owners day. So if you have a small business, come post underneath this post. You know, some days it could be Wednesdays. Some say, hey, we don't have a specific day, but just do it once a week. Don't just spam us, right? And so when you're thinking, okay, I'm showing up, today's Wednesday, all my content is there. I need to figure out what I'm going to say. Have a one-liner, right? This is where that goes. This is where that goes on the Facebook post days. And now, a lot of times when someone tags, have you ever seen someone say, hey, I'm looking for a landscaper? And then all you see is just names. Hey, this, like, that's ABC Landscaping, XYZ Landscaping, or this person, Tom Jones. And that's all it is. It's just a name. And you look through the 145 posts of landscapers, and all you see is a name. How do you stand out? With your one liner. It's a concise statement that you can use to clearly explain what you offer to stand out from the rest. And so you don't get swallowed up in the 469 posts under that one comment. Let's look at some examples, right? And I got this from out of one of our books. Let's say, what sounds better when someone says, hey, what business industry are you in? You can simply say, I'm a dentist. And oh, okay. Well, now you're just in the category of all other dentists. They didn't do anything. You missed out on the opportunity. But if you have that one liner, you can say, well, you know how most parents they get stressed when they think about taking their child to the dentist? Well, that kid's teeth, our fun and welcoming offices put kids at ease so they are afraid, so so that they are not afraid, and their parents actually enjoy their dental visits. Right. So now you're like, oh, well, he's a dentist, but they're a kid-friendly dentist. And I actually want to my kids to enjoy their dental visits. So that one liner kind of sets up that problem. Here's another one from a marketing agency. Most businesses lack the time and expertise to build a website that gets results. Well, at JD Marketing, we build you an amazing website at an affordable price so you can stand out from the competition and get more leads that turn into customers. Now, if someone wants to ask you, hey, what do you do? I build websites. All right, great. Or, hey, you know how most businesses lack the time and expertise to build a website? It already has that problem, and you're opening up that story, right? One of my favorites is the one that I came up for myself for the business coaching. Here's my example. You know how most business owners struggle to build a business that serves them, and they often find themselves feeling lost on how to grow and to scale a business. Well, as a small business coach, I help install proven frameworks that design a profitable business structure around an already amazing product or service. So when someone asks you, what do? Don't simply say, I do this or I do that. Have your one liner. Hey, here's the problem that I solve. Here's the results that I can get. And this is how people's going to feel, right? So go back to that one liner. The problem, here's my solution. Here's the results that after people work with me, they can get. Now, here's the cool part right here. Someone tagged me. Now, we had talked about that. We talked about that already. How in Facebook groups they often ask. So here's the thing about Facebook. One thing that I like, I do a lot of posts on my personal page. Most of the business I get are from Facebook groups. Just to be honest, it's not from my personal page. It's from Facebook groups because I'm putting my call to actions in there. I'm putting the problem solution offer in the Facebook groups. On my uh, on my personal page, I may create a bunch of one-liner posts that deals with a specific problem that I may have, if you understand what I'm saying. So that one-liner may be on your personal page, like, you could say, hey, this week I was able to clean such and such and such and such house. They haven't been able to really get a deep clean in 6 months. We had to really dig deep into their corner baseboards. Here's a before picture. Here's an after picture. Give us a call if you want the same results. These are the one-liners that you can just have on your page like that as well. Now, if someone tags you in the business, and I figured this out a while ago, and people have actually called me and said, hey, the reason why I called you than anybody else is because you actually came and replied and you said something versus just tagging your name. So this is the key. Most people are just, hey, I'm such and such, call me, or hey, or tag the business name. I know our BNI does a great job of tagging our members when they see that the marketplace is in need solution to their problem. When you get tagged, what do you usually do? Do you just go in there and say, hey, DM me, I can help you out? Would you go in there and say, hey, just put your business name? Well, that's what everybody else does. But we want to be great. We want to stand out from the rest, right? Here's my tag script. Here's a proven framework, right? Make the introduction. Hi, my name is such and such. I'm with this company right here. I see that you're having this problem. Are you looking for this right here? We've been able to solve this problem and get these results from other clients just like you. If you want to take care of this, I would love to put you on my schedule. Here is my contact information you can call or email me at. Also, here's the key. Also, here's the link to my Facebook business page so that you can see how I've been able to help others in the community just like you. And then hashtag the industry you're in. So I just did a whole script and I'll talk about it. Make the introduction, your name and your business name. Do the one-liner, problem, result, offer. You do the call to action. Hey, call me. I can help you. Here's my contact information, or can I DM you? You can also ask, can I DM you if you want to be more forward? I see you're having this issue. I can solve it. Can I DM you? Social proof. Your business page, and we're going to talk about this next, is your social proof page. This is where someone can see you giving value from your personal page and want to learn more about you and your business. Then they'll go to your business page. This is going to make your business page a lot more valuable if you do it this way. And then the hashtag industry is because if you go searching in a Facebook group for landscaper, electrician, website design, if you hashtag your industry, your comment or that post will actually pop up. So there's been sometimes I've gotten calls just because I put the hashtag and somebody put electrician, and then I pop up because I hashtag it. So that's how the algorithm works. So if you follow this every time someone tagged you, I'm gonna tell you a secret. I made the same tag script a year and a half ago, maybe. I maybe tweaked it a little bit when I got my one-liner. I copied and pasted into my notes. If you go inside any Facebook groups where someone tagged me and I said something, it's the exact same script. I don't do nothing different. I'm not trying to think of nothing. I go, oh, someone tagged me, go to my notes, copy, go back to Facebook, post, keep going. Over and over, and it's the same thing. Over, it's brand recognition, over and over and over again. Get this framework down when someone tags you and post it over and over and over again. Now, once they tag you, and actually just happened to me a couple of days ago, once they tag you, they're going to go to your Facebook, they're going to go to your Facebook business profile, right? Now, most people make the mistakes of just only posting stuff on their Facebook business profile without knowing what to post, without knowing how to get results. Why do people buy from you? Let's first figure this out. People buy from experts, helpers, and producers. All right. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. You want to be known, like, or trust? Position your Facebook business profile as an expert, as a helper, and as a producer. As an expert, ask yourself this question: how can I share my expertise in my field? Start to educate your audience on your industry. They need to see you and recognize you as someone who is knowledgeable. So go teach something on your page. They should be able to go to your page and learn something about your industry. That's the expert. How do you show up as a helper? Ask, what can I post today that will help someone? Back when I was doing maintenance, I made a quick video about the importance of changing out your filter for your AC inside your home or something like that. I got a call and said, man, you saved me $5,000-$6,000 because I thought my air conditioner, it was completely done. I saw your video. I went and checked that filter, and that was all it is. My house is cooling completely down. Right now, guess what? If anything else comes up, guess who they're going to know, like, and trust? The person who helped them already. So think about how something that you can teach from your industry, like a DIY. If one of my most watched videos was teaching someone how to wire up an outlet, it had like 100,000 views. Just taught them something. All right. What can I post today that will help someone? You should already have identified common problems that your ideal client face. Simply make posts answering those questions. If you continue to help people every day, they will come back and pay you when it's time to pay. All right. Help someone. For instance, hey, this is my best cleaning technique. This is my best cleaning spray that I use. These people are probably not going to call you anyway. They're going to go on YouTube anyway. Might as well let them learn from you instead of going from YouTube, so that when they really need something, then they're going to come to the person that helped them because they're in close proximity for it. Don't feel like you're going to give away. Oh, if I give away too much, they're not going to come see me. Those people are going to go find the answer anyway. Might as well come get the answer from you. All right, producer, there was this problem and this is how I fixed it. I like to do before and after pictures. Hey, person had this problem. This is how I fixed it. I know Sean likes to talk about how the rates for the power company goes up and down. Hey, this person had this problem. Here's the last 3 to 5 months of their bill. It kept going up, 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 up. Once we got together, we was able to lock them in at this rate. If you're tired of your bill going up, 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 lock in at this rate, call us now. Show how you was able to produce this results for other people. Get testimonials, right? Get testimonials of past customers. Post those on your Facebook business page. Sometimes people will go to Google and Google type someone. It all works together, right? Sometimes people will go to Google and say, okay, something blank, blank near me. True. That's where they're going, blank, blank near me. And whoever pops up in that top 3 is who they're going to call. Those are those customers. We're talking about Facebook. They're going to go and search you out. They're going to go ask friends. They're going to go click and see your pictures. They're going to go click into your videos. They're going to read your testimonials of how you help people. Are you getting results? Go get some results and then share them. If you don't have enough testimonials, you need to help more people, right? So your Facebook business profile, ask yourself, can I be an expert? Can I position myself as a helper? Can I show people that I produce results? Those are the 3 things that if you constantly post on your Facebook page, when someone goes there to binge watch you, to look you up, they'll be able to see. All right, here's the action plan. Woo, we're almost done, guys. Here's the action plan. Apply the 5C content strategy, right? Apply the 5C content strategy. Create your one-liner. You can start that tonight. Create that one-liner tonight. I promise you, it'll change, game changing. Create your tag script. What to do when someone tags you. Create that, save it into your phone notes. That way you can consistently post. And then optimize your Facebook business page. Right? Optimize your Facebook business page, which means go be an expert, go be a helper, go produce something. All right, any questions so far?
So, Ramon, when you post things on your Facebook page, a lot of the time, are you find that information somewhere else and just borrowing that, so to speak, or are you creating your own posts a lot of the time?
Yeah, and so it just depends on what problem that I know that my clientele may be facing. If it's something that I have for myself that I've taken pictures of or videos of or anything like that, then I can use what I have. Or if it's something that I know that a client will face, I might find an outside resource, outside picture or or something like that, recreate it in a way to where it'll resonate with my avatar, with my ideal client, and then post it. So you can either post from your experiences or you can post from experiences that others have that still solves that same problem. Perfect. All right. Well, listen, now I have an amazing offer. I wasn't here just to, I'm here just to, well, actually, before we go back to my offer, did this help out? Did this help out at all? When we talked about how to create better value content, did this help what I talked so far?
Yes,
It helped.
absolutely.
Okay, I want to make sure this was valuable before you do that. My goal is for you guys to learn something and take it away. Um,
Yeah, definitely.
oh, okay. Jennifer had to go in a second. Okay. She had a client at 1 o'clock. Okay, perfect. So now I am making an offer because this is a great start. This is a great start by just being able to do these things for your action plan. This action plan right here, I always tell people this is your 6-figure action plan, to be honest. You do this right here consistently, you will add 6 figures to your business. I'm a testimony of that, just through off of Facebook. Now, I do have an action plan. I do have an amazing offer. A great salesperson is not someone who is only interested in selling a product, but rather someone is interested in making their customer lives better. The best way to do this is to invite the customer into a story and to sell them your product, and this will close more deals. Being able to tell the story, they say storytelling is the best marketing, right? Being able to bring that customer in. Let me ask you this right here. Have you ever been watching a movie, a commercial, or just anything, and it resonated with you so much that you got goosebumps, or the hair stood up on the back of your skin, or you just all of a sudden had like a flash of just hotness, like woo, that just touched me? You saw yourself inside that story. You resonated with that person who was going through whatever issue that was going on. You was like, man, this was a good movie. And only because you saw yourself in the story. So when we're making these posts, making these contents, position it in a way to so that your ideal avatar can see themselves in the story and then know you to have that solution to their problems, right? So I'm offering a create a better story workshop. Create a better story workshop. So, but before we do that, when we think about what we can do right now to grow our business that has an immediate effect on it, I know some people say, hey, we need to up our marketing. We need to pay more towards leads. We need to send out more emails. We need to find newer clients. We need to do all this right here. One of the best things that you can do right now, instead of adding money to just getting more leads, because sometimes it's not the leads that's the problem, it's the conversion rate of those leads. So what does that mean? So let's say your current marketing, let's say for every 10 people that you're currently paying for now with your current story or with your current sales story, you're closing 4 out of 10 people, right? So with our proven framework, your closing average could potentially go from 4 out of 10 people to maybe 7 to 8 out of 10 people. So when I started talking to a lot of people, especially when I got into this coaching space, I found it interesting when I asked people, well, how many leads are you getting per month? Well, then what's your closing rate? And that's one thing they don't know is how many leads that they're getting per month. The second thing they don't know is what's their closing rate, which tells me 2 things. They're not tracking their numbers, for one. And how do you know you need to spend more on Google if Google is working? How do you know you need to spend more on Facebook ads if your ads are working? How you know you need a better website if your website is working? It's just that you're getting the people there, you're generating those leads, but you're not closing them. You're not converting them because you don't have a great story to pull them into, right? So ask yourself, what would that do for your bottom line? How much is each customer worth to you? How many deals are you potentially losing every day without having that great story integrated into your marketing? All right. So we want to go from that 4 out of 10 to 5 out of 10 to potentially 7 or 8 out of 10. So if you don't change anything else except for the words that's already surrounding your marketing, you could potentially close an extra, you can double your revenue just by getting different words, you know. And so that was the reason why I wanted to have a better story workshop. This is one of the frameworks that I'll be teaching as a Business Made Simple certified coach. And now this sales script framework can be used anywhere that you have sales copy, and it can be used for different products and services as well. So if you have more than one product or one or more service that you have, we will create that story brand sales script for each product or service that you have, so that when you're talking to someone or you're having that sales conversation, you know exactly the problem that they're having and how to offer your product or service as a solution. So imagine showing up in the marketplace with a better story than your competitor, that you stand out above the rest. It helps you stand out above the rest, and it helps the buyers understand that you can best solve their problem. How does it make you more money? You sell with confidence, right? You know the right words to use and make the customer the hero in every sales conversation. You build healthy relationships with customers that build trust and repeat business, and you'll be able to close more sales and your business will grow. That's a workshop. I haven't put a date to it yet, but we're going to put a date coming up soon. If this is something that you're interested in, what we already talked about will go ahead and increase your revenue already. You're going to get more clients and everything from what we discussed today. This is more intimate detail. This is more of a, let's talk about your specific product. Let's figure out how you can help people. This is not just an overall look. This is a specific workshop to your business, to where we will get together and do this. Questions and answers that I can share, or anything else that I can clarify for you.